Today we are talking about naming molecules from a formula. I will talk about ionic compounds with transition metals, and covalent bonds. So first, we'll talk about ionic bonds. So what is ionic bonds? That means it's metal and non-metals together. So metal, that is cation. Non-metal is anion. Cation means the positive charge. Anion means the negative charge. For example, KCl. From the periodic table, K is in group 1. That is the positive charge. Is positive charge 1. Cl in group 7A. That is chlorine. Is negative charge, negative 1. So that is make imbalance. How to name this one? First step, write K from the periodic table. K is potassium. Cl from the periodic table, which is called chlorine. The important one is remove the end to the second elements and add an IDE at the end. So change chlorine to chloride. So KCl means potassium chloride. The same rule with the second one. MgI2. So from the periodic table, Mg, which is magnesium, write it down. I, that is iodine. So remove to the end of the second elements and add IDE at the end. So that is called iodide. Okay, let's move to the next one, which is ionic compounds with transition metal. So what is a transition metal? In the periodic table, it from 3B to group 2B. This is the transition metal. Write the name of the transition metal from the periodic table. CO, that is cobalt. Cl, that is chlorine, the same as the ionic bonds, like move to the end and add IDE at the end of the chlorine. So that means that's right, chloride. In here, we know Cl, chlorine, is negative charge, negative 1 charge. How many chlorine here? We have 2. So we have 2. We should make these ionic compounds in balance. We don't know how many charge in cobalt. So that is question mark at negative 2 equals to 0. How many cobalt here? That means positive 2. So we should use a parenthesis between these two elements. So 2 cobalt, the charge is 2, so write it down. Let's move to the next one, PbNO3 4. Pb write the name from the transition metal from the periodic table. Pb is lead. NO3, that is nitrate. NO3. So nitrate is -1 charge. How many nitrate here? We have 4. So -4. We don't know how many charge in lead. Make it imbalance. So lead is +4. And here use the parentheses between these two elements, 4 charge. So this means lead nitrate. Okay, let's move to the last one, how to name in covalent bonds. What is covalent bonds? That means nonmetal and nonmetal together. From the periodic table, when naming a covalent bonds, the first step is follow the rule. This is the prefix. Mono means 1, di means 2, tri means 3, tetra means 4, penta means 5, hexa 6, hepta 7, octa 8, nona 9, decay is 10. S, from the periodic table, S, what is S? That is sulfur. F, fluorine. We should remove the end of the second elements and add IDE here. So that is fluoride. How many sulfur here? It's 1. But be attention. If there is only one in the first element, we don't put in the mono in front of the sulfur. Fluoride, how many fluorine here? 4 fluorine here. So 4, that is tetra. So put the tetra in front of the sulfide. So that is tetrasulfide. The same rules as the second one. Cl2O7. How many chlorine here? 2. So first we write the chlorine. O is oxygen. So we change to the IDE. That's called oxide. Have 2 chlorine here. So that means 2 is Di, so it's dichlorine. 7 is hepta, so hepta oxide. So Cl2O7 is dichlorine hepta oxide.